Welcome to our second episode of Gulfcoastfightv podcast. I am your host. My name is Nico Daly, and today I have two awesome co-hosts. We got Paco from Wu Fire's World again, and we got Herzam Chow from, I guess, Bushiban?
Bushiban.
There you go. And today we'll be talking about just everything that's been going on in the martial arts world, you know, with this past weekend's UFC fight card with Edgar and Faber. We're going to talk about the last Canelo-Kirkland fight. We're going to talk about the Savage Promotion results, the boxing event that would happen about a week or two ago, and of course we're going to be talking about the upcoming fight cards in Houston, which is the Fury Fighting Championship card.
And the past RFA versus Legacy card.
Did I say that already?
I don't know, did you?
I'm pretty sure I said that.
Oh, well, whatever.
Okay, well, there you go. Repeat again. And yeah, so stay tuned. We'll be talking. We have actually some interviews lined up with Ricky Tertius, who is headlining the Fury Fighting Championship card. We'll be talking to Jace, who is he's the owner or the co-owner of Fury.
He's a co-owner of Fury.
Co-owner of Fury, yeah.
Don't get that wrong, you might be mad.
I know. So who else do we have coming up? Oh, Mike Bronzoulis, the Greek, with his huge win for the 155 Legacy title. So stay tuned and watch us. So here we are with Mike Bronzoulis from an awesome fight, awesome showing from the Legacy versus RFA card, and I think he was the only win from Legacy, right?
Right.
And Mike, you're on live, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me on the podcast.
Of course. How's it feel after the win?
What's that? I'm sorry, there's a bad echo on my end.
Okay, so how's it feel after the win?
Things are still settling in slowly, but all in all, it feels pretty good. Pretty rewarding. Just, nobody really knows the journey that I've been on. The ups and downs. They've seen me from fighting, but they don't know what I've been dealing with. And
right.
It's a battle of these things, and believe in yourself, and just to know that you're still capable of doing things and then doing it. It's just amazing. That's an amazing feeling. So I'm just overwhelmed with that. Just happy with joy, actually.
Oh, I bet, man. That was a really big win, man. You definitely, every fight, especially the last couple of fights, you've been showing like huge improvements, and it's always so fun to watch you fight.
Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I've been working a lot on my ground. My ground game is really strong.
Yeah.
And I just don't use it a lot, and it's getting better. I train over at Healing Gracie's now with Professor Hamelo, Reyes Pereira. He's my professor, and he works with me pretty much every day. So,
So I also saw that
I'm pretty fortunate to have some great coaches around me.
Yeah, I saw that you've also training over there at a Revolution Dojo, right?
Yeah, I train over at Revolution Dojo twice a day. Once in the morning with Samuel Mongonia. I call him Sambo, and then Nathaniel Mongonia, his older brother, in the afternoon.
So are you training full time now?
The Super Mongonia brothers. Yeah.
So Mike, are you training full time now?
What's that?
Are you training full time?
Yeah, I train full time.
That's good, man. This is Herzam Chow, by the way, and I know that a lot of guys who really aspire to make fighting, their careers, the hardest part is just being able to get to that level of being able to survive, financially and train full time. So, big props to that, man. I know it must have been really hard to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I live off sponsorship money and fight money, and it's really hard to do. It's almost impossible to do unless you're in the big show. But I've been fortunate. I've got some really good sponsors that take care of me. I've got an excellent marketing manager here in Houston.
Hey, anybody you want to give a shout out to, feel free, Mike.
What's that?
anybody you want to give a shout out to, feel free.
Mike, are you still with us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, my bad.
I was just saying that if there was anybody you wanted to give a shout out to here in Houston, feel free. You know, this is, you know, I know everybody was, you know, especially people who've been following Legacy were really happy that you won, especially since you were the only representative of Legacy to win on the RFA Legacy show. You know, you represented Legacy, represented Houston really well, and so if there's anybody you want to give a shout out to in Houston, feel free.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Mick Maynard and Miss Andrea Maynard, Colin Cantrell, and the rest of the whole Legacy, you know, for giving me the opportunity. All Houston, you know, all Texas MMA for being supportive and helping MMA grow, because we have a lot of support in Texas and especially in Houston. So, you know, everyone matters, you know, and you know, I'm just grateful for everyone's support. So I'm gonna keep representing. Expect big things from me at the end of this year.
Yes, sir.
Maybe a big super fight or something. I don't know what's in the mix, but
yeah,
I'd imagine something big's coming up.
Yeah, we saw like some upcoming.
Get ready for that. So you know, we'll touch base later on.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you know,
sir.
And we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that sounds good, Mike. Well, Mike, thank you again for your time, man. And well, before we go, what's next for you? Do you know if you have an upcoming fight coming up or anything, or are you just gonna take a little vacation?
I mean, you know, right now I'm on a small vacation. You know, I'm just nursing my wounds. But you know, there's some talk of a big super fight for me coming up. I don't know what Access TV wants, but I don't know. We'll find out. I heard they want me to fight for a super belt. You know, they're excited to have me back on the next card.
Yeah, we actually saw that. Yeah,
you know, that's what I'd like. Any big fight I can get. But there's nothing set in stone right now. But when I know, everybody else will know too.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mike. It's always good talking to you, and we're excited to find out more about this super fight. And once hopefully once we can do this podcast with you again.
Cool. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for everything, and have a good night.
You too, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. So that was Mike Bronzoulis off from his fresh win from his Legacy RFA card, 155 Legacy title, and he's Mike's always fun to watch, man.
The first time I met Mike, he was throwing salad in this other guy's face at weigh-ins. That's pretty awesome. He almost got the nickname the Greek Salad Bronzoulis. Yeah, it was pretty hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You do?
That was versus Jordan Harris, I think.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they actually
the
fought?
First fight.
They fought each other again, right?
Yes, they fought.
Previous fight.
The last Legacy fight.
Yeah,
It was that one, and Mike got the one too. Yeah, he knocked them out. I think it was in first or second round.
That's right.
Yeah. I
Pretty
remember
good
that
fights.
one. That was a good one. So that Mike's just one of the guys that fought in the Legacy versus RFA card. Like, did you all watch it? Did you all get to see the highlights of it?
I saw some highlights. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was some good stuff.
What do you think of that Damasio Page fight?
Honestly, whenever I saw that triangle from the top position, it didn't look like it would have been that tight.
Right.
But I mean, he went to sleep, so I
I don't even think, was it Pantejo from RFA?
Pantoja.
Pantoja.
Or
I don't even.
Pantoja.
Pantoja.
Who knows? I'm not sure.
Sorry. I don't even think that he knew that Damasio was out.
Yeah.
Until because it was right at the end of the round, and the next thing you know, it's just plop.
Yeah, he falls over.
So that was a good fight. Damasio was taking it to him though. It was high pace.
I think it was a great event for the whole thing.
Yeah.
That was the first time that two big companies get together and do a super show. I think it was the first time in the United States.
Yeah.
RFA versus Legacy.
Do you think they'll do it again?
I think they're doing it again, and they're putting some names already for the next fight.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
So
cool.
that's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool. Big names. Some of the names that they're talking about for next fight, are very well-known Houston guys. But Mike Bronzoulis is one of them. He might be
The main event probably, right?
probably main event, you know, talking about other, you know, Daniel Pineda maybe in that card too.
Damn, that's been
Cosmo Alexander maybe in that card too.
wow. Those are some
you know,
big names.
Those
Yeah,
are
it's
big
huge
names.
names. Yeah, yeah.
Larry Crowd, Kyle Machado, you know.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
So
That's
it's
almost
pretty cool.
better than the UFC fight card, you know? Well, especially
Well,
the locals. you
especially
know?
for us.
Yeah, that is awesome, and it's just I just hope they keep doing stuff like this. I hope, you know, when MMA gets big enough, maybe Bellator would come in and challenge.
Well, I mean, even
Legacy,
think about
you know?
what UFC was doing with their ultimate, the tough.
Oh yeah, the teams.
The teams
Yeah.
versus each other. This is kind of like that, but
Yeah,
it's cool.
yeah.
You know, the
Brands.
promotions get to the promotions, the brands get to build up their fighters, and then they put them against the other promotions in the state, or even who knows in the region, and then it'll be end up being like regional promotions versus.
It'd be
each
like
other.
boxing.
South versus east, south versus north, or east versus west. It'd be cool, man.
Right.
Maybe I can get in on some of that.
Maybe.
I'm not
maybe.
retired.
Get this guy a fight.
I just
Get
have
this guy a
long
fight.
hair.
And yeah, so I mean that's it from Legacy RFA card. And does Legacy have something else coming up?
For Legacy, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
They got the
I know there's a
kickboxing fight, right? Legacy kickboxing.
A Legacy Kickboxing 2 is coming up.
In Louisiana.
That will be the next one for them, which is, you know, the kickboxing is always fun to watch. That one will be this month.
This will be this month.
It will be this month. The Legacy Kickboxing 2, and for the Legacy Kickboxing 3, they're coming back to Houston. So that's actually even more fun. The next one is May 29th. And
May 20. Is that the Louisiana one?
Yes, the one in
Okay.
Louisiana, and then they're coming back in Houston. I think July 24th. I think will be the
Oh,
next
so
one.
Legacy Kickboxing 2 is in Louisiana.
Correct.
Yeah. and
So
then-
Matt Schnell's fighting on that. That makes sense.
Okay,
He's
yeah,
he's
he's-
originally from Louisiana.
and
so.
Andrea Lee, that's her name, right?
Yes, Andrea Lee is fighting on that one
She's
too.
also fun to watch. That
Great
card,
stand-up girl,
yeah,
great.
some good fights in that Louisiana card, but not as good as Legacy Kickboxing 3 though. What do you think? I think Legacy Kickboxing 3 would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
You
because
know, I'd like to see. Who would I like to see? I'd like to see
Herzog Chow.
Chow
I think it's a
versus
show.
Ricky. No, not Ricky.
Akira Smith.
Akira Smith.
Yeah.
Maybe some other guy. Who's that Ricky guy?
Ricky, we're gonna actually talk to Ricky here
Are
in
we
a
gonna
few.
call him?
Yeah, we're gonna give him a call. We're gonna give him a call and talk about Fury Fighting Championship. So stay tuned. Don't go away. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have phone interview Ricky and talk about the Fury Fighting card. So stay tuned and watch this commercial. Welcome back to Gulf Coast Fight TV podcast, and we have Ricky Tertius on the phone right now. He's going to be talking about Fury Fighting Championship that he's fighting in next week, guys? Yeah,
Yes,
next week. And
Yes, sir. Next week.
there he is. He's here.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me again. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for your time, man. It's we really appreciate this.
Oh, no, it's all good, man. Pleasure's mine.
So, man, what you up to, man? How do you feel a week out?
say it again?
How you feeling a week out from the fight?
Oh, man, I'm feeling really good, brother. You know what I mean? Spirits are high, you know what I mean? I'm in good spirit. My weight is really good, you know what I mean? I feel in the best shape I've ever been, you know? So I know that that's very cliche or whatever, but it's very true, you know? Like, I'm in good spirits, you know, and I'm ready to go, man. I'm very excited for next week, you know what I mean? Excited, happy, nervous, you know what I mean? Like, but it's all good, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it always is, you know? And
I know.
it's all good, you know what I mean? And when the cage door closes and we get in it, then it's just like, we just get out there and we just fight, you know? It's going to be good. I'm very, very excited, and it's going to be awesome.
That's great. That is good, man. No issues with injuries or anything like that this fight camp.
Say that again?
No issues with injuries or anything like that this fight camp.
I'm sorry, but I can't hear the question.
No injuries this fight camp.
What did you say?
Did you get injured this fight camp? Any problems? Any sprains? Nothing bothering you?
Oh no, dude, no. The training camp went perfect, man. You know, it was every training camp. You know what I mean? I always try to mix it up and do different things. You know what I mean? So that way, like, I'm always ever improving, and you know what I mean. So I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and stuff like that. You know, and I'm always trying to train smart. You know, to keep away from the injuries and stuff like that. You know, I know a lot of times fighters, they will, like, you know, they'll overthink. There's so much on, like, the physical part of the training, you know what I mean, and so much just, like, bang, 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 go, go, go. You know what I mean? Like every day we gotta go balls to the wall. You know what I mean? I go balls to the wall. You know what I mean? But you also have to be smart too with
Yeah.
the way that you train and your approach with the game, because in the game, you know, it's not just the physical that you have to work, but also, you know what I mean, the other part of the game too. You know what I mean? Sometimes fighters they don't think too much sometimes about the other part too, about the mind and then the spirit also. You know what I mean? And you know, so it's been a good mix. So that's one reason why I've been able to keep myself healthy and you know what I mean, and good throughout the training. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Going hard for the body, and then also too, you know, being good also with the other part too, with the mind and the soul. You know what I mean? So, and then it's easy, but that's how I feel. You know, so everything is good, man. I feel awesome.
You just sound happy, man. Are you always like this?
You crazy, man. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get the fight next week, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
That's awesome.
I like to do, bro. This is good. I'm happy. There's gonna be some crazy stuff next week, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm fighting in good spirits, man. I'm super happy, man. It's gonna be wild, bro.
Yeah.
Do you have any question?
Enrique, how are you? This is Francisco from Gulfcoastfightv, sir. How are you?
How you doing, Francisco? I'm great, man. Just chilling, baby. How are you?
Very good, sir. So tell us a little about your opponent. What do you know about him?
Like, what's his style? What gym is he from? Like, what do you know about him?
Well, my opponent is
Yep.
Tristan Grimsley, and he's from the Dallas area. You know, he's 6-4 with his record, and he comes out of Moses MMA with Will Camazano and those places like that. You know, he's a tough dude. You know what I'm saying? I watched his most recent fight when he fought on Legacy, and you know what I mean. It's a good fight. You know, he's a tough dude. You know, he's good everywhere. You know, and that's how I always look at all of my fights. You know what I mean? Like every opponent, I'll always watch the tape and see what they're good at, and you know what I mean. I always make sure that I'm prepared to go wherever the fight takes place. You know what I mean? So it's MMA. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's mixed martial arts. So we have to be prepared in all aspects of the game. You know what I mean? And I know this guy has a lot of fights in the season, so he's gonna be ready to go everywhere. You know what I mean? So I know that I'm very well prepared as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's a tough dude. You know what I mean? So, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Like we're ready to go. You know, I can't wait for next week. You know?
Hey, I don't know if I'm just seeing this or what, but like I remember like a week ago, didn't they have you fighting someone else, or or has it always just been him?
No, it's been Tristan Grimsley the whole time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe some other fight then.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome,
Well
man.
done.
Have you been? I mean, I know. You said, where do you train your BJJ at?
I do all of my training at my head gym, Gulfcoastfightv at Woodland.
That's what I thought. That's what I figured. So I mean, you're not gonna have any because Tristan. I just checked out. I wanted to check out his record, and he has 4 submissions, professional, right?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, you're not gonna have to worry about that. I mean, you're training at Gracie Baja Woodlands.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I said earlier, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? This is MMA, and I'm well versed in all aspects of the game. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
ready to go in all departments of martial arts, in the striking, in the jiu-jitsu, in the wrestling. You know, so
Absolutely.
this is an MMA fight. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
when the door closes, we in here and we're ready to fight. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
this
sir.
isn't a boxing match. This isn't a wrestling match. This isn't a jiu-jitsu match. You know what I mean? This is a MMA fight.
Yep.
So with that being said, you know what I mean? I know I'm ready to go wherever this fight takes place. You know what I mean? This is how it's gonna be. You feel me on that?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, for sure. Hey, here's a funny question. How would you fight me?
Oh yeah, we gotta bring that up. We have to bring it up because we segued our before the commercial. We actually, kind of asked that question. So now we're gonna ask you, how would you fight Herzan Chow?
Now that I have long
I
hair,
would fight Gulfcoastfightv Chow.
Yeah.
I would hit him with the Hadouken, baby.
I don't know how to block those Hadoukens, man. I can't just press the back button. Man.
There you go. Oh man, there you go. You said you're a big fan of Dragon Ball Z?
Yes, I am.
Man, he's got
That's
a
awesome, man.
He's got it tatted up.
That they're bringing back the series. That in July they're gonna bring in the new series.
Have you heard that it's called Dragon Ball Chow?
Say that again.
Have you heard that it's called Dragon Ball Chow?
I heard it was gonna be called like Dragon Ball Z Super. something
Yeah,
like that.
well, Super is translation for Chow.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
I might just be talking out my ass. I don't know.
But, you know, I heard it's gonna be coming out in Japan in July or whatever. So like they'll come out with the subtitle version and stuff like that. You know, I'm a huge anime fan. You know, like
Absolutely.
growing up, Dragon Ball Z was the first anime that I was introduced to as a youngster. You know what I'm saying? And like the whole story of Dragon Ball Z was just, it was awesome. You know what I mean? Just being with, like, you know, they're warriors. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
even though there's like that's like it was just a cartoon. You know what I mean? Like that's like real shit. You know what I mean? Like the way of how the warrior is supposed to be, it was really, you know what I mean? Like shown in like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying?
Dying for
you know, but it's true. You know, and oh man, I'm a huge fan. Dragon Ball Z and other animes in general, man. Like I love it, bro. It's awesome.
And another thing I loved about it too is that, you know, the strongest guys generally had to train the hardest, you know? So it showed them training their asses off, almost dying to get stronger, and then they'd go and they'd die for their friends, and then of course, you know, they train hard and they'd eat and then they go to sleep. I love that.
Word up,
Y'all got anything else for him?
Well, Ricky, is there any sponsors you would like to thank?
Yeah, for sure. I want to thank my sponsors. I got my boy Sandro. He always helps me out so much, man. I couldn't do it without my boy Sandro. You know what I mean? He's been there for me since all my fights, since my very first fight. You know what I mean? He's always got my back. You know what I mean? He always sponsors me. You know, his store is Fiesta Fashion clothing store. You know, it's over on Harwin Drive. I also want to thank my boy Steve Curry. He's a guy that trains at our gym, you know what I mean? Good friend of mine, you know. He runs a music company, you know what I mean? He helps me out, Scott Out Productions, you feel me? My boy Vinny Vincent, he's another dude that he's trained with me since I was like a little kid, man, just super little kid, you know.
That's
and,
awesome.
He helped me out through this training camp, you know what I'm saying? So I want to thank Vinny Vincent, his real estate company, and then I want to also thank my boy Spence the Fence, you know. he hooked up with Fitness VT. You know, and it's an awesome program. I would, you know, Fitness VT, I would never be able to do any of my dieting or weight cutting if it was not for Fitness VT. And my boy Spencer, he hooked it up for me, you know what I mean? So I'm really thankful for that as well, you know. Just everybody there is
awesome.
Throughout this camp, you know, those are just like 4 friends of mine that I just named, but you know, I get to update thanking everybody that's helped me throughout this camp, all my training partners, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's trained me throughout this camp, my coaches, you know, and the whole team that races about how the women, you know what I mean? And all the kids and, you know, my brother, my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, you know what I mean? My whole family and all my friends. I want to thank everybody, man. Thank you guys for interviewing me.
Oh, of course, man. Hey, Ricky, don't forget to share our page, you know, once we get everything, you know, share our page and like us on Facebook, man.
Oh, dude, 100%, man. You know, I was messaging Nico on Facebook, you know what I mean? So send me all the information.
Of course.
I will 100% do it, brother, you know?
Of course,
I
brother.
got you know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask you one question before.
I looked it up on Facebook already, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'll do all that, and I will share it whenever the podcast comes out, you know what I mean? Just let me know, and I got y'all.
Of course, brother. Hey, let me ask you one question before I let you go. Hey, where do you get your training gear?
Where do I get my training gear from?
Yeah.
Usually the internet.
Well,
You know
hey,
what I'm saying? I
hey,
search
let
the
me
internet.
tell you about this awesome place, though. Okay, we're actually here with the owner of Woo Fighters World. You know, instead of going to the internet, why don't you come visit? Where are we at? Where are we at, Francisco?
Yeah, no, for sure. Anytime you need gear, feel free to go visit us. Our physical address, 6423 Richmond Avenue on Houston, Texas, 77056.
Yeah, let me put down my phone real quick.
Yeah, sure.
Just Google it.
Write down.
Just Google it. Woo Fighters World.
It's a 6423
6,
4
6, 4,
23.
23,
Yeah,
Richmond Avenue.
Richmond Avenue, right?
Richmond Avenue.
Avenue. Sweet S.
Sweet
again?
ass.
Sweet S.
Sweet S.
Sweet ass? What?
Perfect, Ricky. Thank you very much, Ricky.
I got that.
Perfect. Thank
Awesome.
you, sir.
Yeah, man, just,
whenever I need gear, you know what I mean? I'll come on through, baby.
Yep.
So, yo, I'm
Please do, please do.
Towards downtown, correct?
It's pretty close to Galleria,
Yeah,
basically.
close to the Galleria area.
Yeah, you're gonna go shopping over there anyway.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Ricky.
So instead of waiting for all your stuff online, man, you can just stop in the store, pick them up. It's
Try
the
it
same,
on.
yeah, and try it on, man. They got a little gym out there, right behind the.
They can
yeah.
try them on there too.
Yeah,
Yes,
try them
for
on
sure.
there, pop, and hey, they match all the prices online. So come on.
Hey, that's a bet, man. That's a bet. That's a bet. Next time I need gear, I got y'all.
Thank you very much, Ricky.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for your time, man. Best of luck for your fight next weekend, and
Word up.
we're gonna be there. So, yes, sir.
Hey, really appreciate it, guys. Hey, thank you guys so much again for having me on the show. Really appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Good
Thank
luck,
you so much, Ricky.
Talk to you later, man.
Thank you, sir.
Y'all be good. God bless.
Bye bye. And there we have it. That was Ricky Tertius. He's fighting next weekend at the Fury Fighting Championship card
Against
and-
Tristan Grimsley.
Yeah, Tristan Grimsley. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
That was a fun interview.
Yeah,
right?
it
that was
man.
a fun interview.
He always has so
That's
much
pretty
energy.
cool. This guy's always excited to see him since he walk out.
Yeah.
He's always excited. You know, he's always on his.
Yeah, he's like jumping around.
Walk
jumping
out.
around,
Yeah.
walk out. He's probably gonna run out.
Jump out.
Jump out.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. And inside the cage,
gets
you know,
me
it's
hyped.
always,
He
it's always,
gets
it's
me
always
hyped.
fun to see. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's fun. So it's gonna be a pretty cool main event.
That's awesome.
Basically, the whole card. You know, it's excited. You know,
Who
it's
else?
really
Who else
cool
do we have
fights.
in that card?
On that card, you know, co-main event, Chris Lopez. You know, it's another one. Chris Lopez versus Levi West.
Oh wow. Okay.
Sage Narcot.
Is versus
Who?
Devin Christopherson. Sage Northcutt.
Sage.
Yeah, Sage
Narcot.
Narcot
Yeah.
is fighting on that one too. You know, it's pretty cool too. Ray,
Blodgett's fighting Angelo Anzaldua.
Uh-huh.
Rocky Long.
Oh, the Texas legend.
Yes, Adrian Yanez. You know, I think that's the one that changed his
Oh,
opponent.
that's
they
what
just
it
changed
was.
his opponent.
Who's he
for-
fighting? Because I know I thought
he's-
he's fighting Edward Longoria.
No, he's fighting Jake Snyder now.
Oh, okay. Wow,
So
interesting.
So that's gonna be a good fight too. You know, and Dominic Rodriguez versus Jones Haydon. That's gonna be a pretty cool too. And
Shout out to my old friend Daniel Turner. He's fighting Randy McCullough.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Randy trains over there in College Station. He's a badass dude. He's a
Man,
badass dude.
Daniel, when you make weight, you look half dead, man.
Yeah. Stop cutting too much weight, bro.
Too much
Hey, actually, I fought Daniel. Just completely forgot.
Did you? He beat you, right?
He beat me. He beat me. It's all right. It's all right. It happens.
You suck.
My 0-8
just
record.
kidding.
My 0-8
Good job, Daniel.
record is okay. I'll go pro and I'll start. I'll restart. And hey, are we supposed to get a phone call, an interview going with Jace? Is that still going on? Cool.
We are about
Yeah.
to. Yes,
Well,
sir.
Okay.
stay tuned. We're gonna have Jace Petrie on
Petri.
the phone.